What if I told you the oldest cathedral in the world is still standing today? Not as ruins, not as history forgotten, but alive, still standing, still sacred. Over 1,700 years ago, in the land of Armenia, something happened that would change history forever. In the year 301 AD, Armenia became the first nation in the world to officially accept Christianity. Before Rome, before Europe, before most of the world, and from that moment, a sacred story began. But this story is not just about a building. It is about faith, vision, suffering, and survival. There was a man, known as Gregory the Illuminator, a man who would change a nation forever. But his journey was not easy. The land followed ancient beliefs. Before Christianity spread across Armenia, pagan traditions did not accept this new faith, and powerful rulers, and the king at that time, because of his beliefs, Gregory was punished. He was thrown into a deep underground pit, a dark place known as Korvirab. For years, he stayed there, alone, forgotten, left to die. But he did not die. He survived, and his faith never broke. Years later, something unexpected happened. The king became seriously ill. No cure worked, no solution helped, until someone remembered the man in the pit. Gregory was brought out, after years in darkness, weak but alive, and through his faith, the king was healed. That moment changed everything. The king accepted Christianity, and soon after, the entire nation followed. And then came the vision. One night, Gregory saw something powerful, a vision unlike anything before. He saw Christ descending from heaven, holding a golden hammer, and with that hammer, Christ struck the ground. Not once, but with purpose, marking a place, a sacred place, the place where a cathedral must be built. That place became known as Etchmiadzin Cathedral, a name that means the only begotten descended. At first, the structure was simple, a wooden church, built with devotion, not luxury. But as time passed, it was rebuilt, stronger, in stone, more powerful, more eternal. By the 7th century, it became something extraordinary. A cross-shaped structure, with a central dome rising above, balanced, strong, and symbolic. This design became the identity of Armenian churches, copied, respected, and remembered for generations. But history was not peaceful. Empires came and went. Persians, Byzantines, Arabs, Mongols, Ottomans, each one leaving a mark, each one bringing conflict. And yet, through all of it, this cathedral remained. It was damaged, restored, rebuilt, again and again, but never abandoned, never forgotten, because this was more than stone, more than architecture. This was faith, standing against time. While cities changed and kingdoms fell, Etchmiadzin remained, the spiritual heart of the Armenian people. It became the home of the highest religious authority, a place where decisions were made, where faith was guided, and where history continued to live inside its walls. Prayers echoed for centuries, voices from the past, still felt in the present. During the Middle Ages, it became more than a church. It became a center of knowledge. Scholars gathered here. Monks wrote manuscripts. Knowledge was preserved. At a time when much of the world was losing history to war and destruction, this place protected it. Language, religion, identity, all kept alive within these walls. Centuries passed, time moved forward, but the cathedral remained. In the 17th, 18th, and 19th centuries, it was restored again, carefully, respectfully. New elements were added, bell towers, structures around it, but the heart remained ancient. Even today, when you stand before it, you are not just seeing a building, you are standing in front of history itself. Today, Etchmiadzin Cathedral is recognized around the world, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a place of pilgrimage, a destination for those seeking something deeper. People travel from different countries, different cultures, different beliefs, just to witness it. Not because it is the biggest, not because it is the most decorated, but because it is the oldest and one of the most meaningful. It represents something rare, something powerful, a nation that chose faith before the rest of the world, a people who held on to belief through war, through loss, through centuries of struggle, and a cathedral that stood through it all, unshaken, unbroken, unforgettable. So when you look at Etchmiadzin, you are not just looking at stone, you are looking at a story of vision, a story of survival, a story of faith that refused to disappear. And even after 1,700 years, that story is still being told, still standing, still sacred, still alive. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more stories like this. Because history is not just something we learn, it's something we experience.